I'm a damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes the heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Dante. Alexander first down and more.
Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns the corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
So I want everybody to think here for a second. How much does this game mean to you? Because if it means something to you, you can't stand still. You understand? You play fast. You play strong. You go out there and dominate the guy you play against and make the damn win. That's our trademark. That's our MO with the team. That's what people know us as.
Roll Tide, roll, baby. I know that's somebody else's, but hey, we're glad to have you here tonight. This is Thursday night. It's What the Hell edition of the Bam Dam Sports. So let's go ahead without any further ado and bring our main man on here, Alabama Tide. Come on in here, Deuce.
Hey, guys, Roll Tide. How you doing tonight? Everybody doing good?
I am. I'm going to feel good. I got this thing filled up tonight.
You got it locked up, loaded, ready to roll. Let's see what we got now. We got Todd Colburn, George Lambert, Mr. Brock, Jeff Stapleton. Hey, guys, how y'all doing? Nice to see you tonight.
Yeah, sure thing. As y'all can see by the title up there, we've got, if y'all remember from Ride Rise Up's intro, it says, remember where it says, are you satisfied? If you're not hungry, you need to check yourself. And that's what we're for our top. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get our scores for last week. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. No problem. We talk about grading offensive line every week, and like I said, it takes quite a lot to get some of these guys graded out. You have to watch a play several different times, but sometimes you don't see what you thought you saw the first time, and the second time you saw something totally different, so you watch it a third time. So it's a lot of fun, though. I enjoy this because it lets me see what's inside the actual play. If you watch football, and like a lot of people, if you watch the ball instead of the game, all you see is the ball being thrown. If the guy catches it or the ball being handed off and watching the guy run the ball, that's all you see. You don't see what's going on the line of scrimmage where the game is actually won and battled for and won at the line, because that's where most of the games are going to be won at. You owe a lot to your linemen. Without them, the running backs ain't going to do nothing. The quarterback can't throw the ball and the receivers can't catch it. So anyway, I'll start off with Mr. Caden Proctor, left tackle to right tackle is the way I usually do my grading, so that's why I'll do my scoring. But Mr. Caden Proctor graded out 74% this week. Guys, we had the ball 68 plays on offense. He was correct on 50, so he graded out at 74%, which is good. You know, it ain't as good as it has been, but again, Auburn's defense was running different stunts, blitzes, and all kind of packages to try to confuse a freshman and some of these younger players on our offense. And to a certain extent, they succeeded. They done a lot of Auburn themselves done a lot of blitzing off the weak side, if you will. Their edge rusher that stood up on the strong side. They always had a blitz come off the backside, and that's how they stopped a lot of our running game. The back guy would crash down and catch him from behind when nobody was blocking him. There wasn't nobody there. So that's why we had so much trouble moving the ball. If you go back and watch the game, I think you'll see part of that and agree with me. Then we got a Mr. Booker. I always say he's the heart and soul of the team. Usually it's a center, but he's the one that does the heart and soul because when he's out, you can tell it's in the game just because he's the cohesive person that keeps them together on the offensive line. But Mr. Booker, he graded out at 78%, so he done real well as well. 78% is good. That's all SEC area. That ain't quite all American. It's getting on up there. So again, Mr. Booker has been strong every week. He's a hell of a all player. He's going to be an early round draft pick when he leaves out of the capstone. And I wish him luck when he does go because he's going to be a damn good one. But again, Mr. Booker, you graded out at 78%, and I'm proud of you. Mr. McLaughlin, if you don't quit snapping the damn ball when we're not ready, I'm going to come up there and shoot your ass with a damn BB gun. I'm going to shoot him in the ass with a BB gun. I mean, he whooped my ass up and down by Alabama, so I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to run. Anyway, so Mr. McLaughlin, he graded out well, though. He graded out 76%, and that's including the bad snap and a couple that Jalen had to be acrobatic to catch, and I don't know why we're still having this issue with him. Critical moment. In critical moments, he seemed like he's so intent on getting to his block, he snaps it too hard and takes off trying to get to his block. In critical situations, you can't do that. You got to be newcomer and do it like you always do it. But anyway, Mr. McLaughlin graded out at 76%. He graded out real well at 76. He graded out better than Caden Proctor did. But he should. He's a senior. He's been around a lot longer, but he done all right at 76. And then, of course, my favorite player on the offensive line, y'all know Mr. Jaden Roberts. When he took over against Texas A&M, and the minute the kid hit the field, he showed a difference in the position. You could tell offensive line was just better with him in it. And he ain't let go, and he ain't going to let go. This dude is probably the strongest offensive lineman we got. They call him the Incredible Hulk behind the scenes. But Mr. Roberts, Jaden Roberts, right guard, graded out at 78% also. He graded out real well. Like he always seems to do every week. He's either the highest rated or next highest rated, and he's always done well from the get-go. He knows his assignments. He knows how to get to where he's supposed to be going. And the thing I like about him the most is he don't get caught up in traffic. He got caught up in traffic. When I say that, he got caught up in traffic one time this past game, and what happens is when the defensive line is blitzing, they can catch you up, and you can't get to the backside backer or the linebacker, onside backer, or what you're supposed to do to get to the second level to make the play successful. And he don't get caught up in a lot of that. The kid is smart, he's quick, and he's fast and incredibly strong. So, again, Mr. Jaden, I salute you, sir. You graded out 78%. You're doing well, and I think by the time you leave the capstone, you're going to be a first-round draft pick. But our definitely going to be first-round draft pick coming out this year, Mr. Latham, our right tackle. He's always graded out near the top, or if not the top, every week, and he graded out 79%. So, again, he's your highest rated lineman this week at 79. He was right on 54 out of 68 plays. He was correct, so he done real well. As always, Mr. Latham, he's going to be a first-round pick, early round draft pick in NFL. And if they don't draft him early, there ain't a brain amongst any of the 32 teams. Tight ends. Now, tight ends, I group them together because I don't want to sit there and try to watch each one because that's 3 or 4 of them, and I'd have to watch all of them another 300 times. So, anyway, I group them together as a bunch, but the tight end graded out at 70% as a whole. Now, that's all of them, Oots and Dupree and all the other guys we bring. I can't remember the other guy's name off the top of my head. Hang on just a second. Mari Knoblack. I apologize. Between them three, they graded out at 70%. And what's been happening to them is when they pull, they get up in the hole or they pass the hole or they hit the wrong guy. They block a guy, but they block the wrong one, and you could tell it by watching they did it. So when they block the wrong guy and the guy gets tackled for a 1-yard gain, I counted against them simply because they didn't block the right guy. If they blocked the right guy, it got 4 yards, and that's the reason why I say they blocked the wrong guy. I mean, sometimes they get up in the hole and they miss him altogether and run right by him, and a guy comes in behind them and hits our running back for a yard loss. That's what Auburn was doing. They were just behind or just in front of our guys. Our offensive timing on the blocks is off this much. I mean, just so very little, just a half a step here and half a step there. And they'd be going a lot better than it was. Of course, Mr. Will, we had a touchdown call back on holding one time when Kendrick Law broke it for about 50 yards on the left side for a touchdown. And we got called for holding. That was, I think it was Booker, if I ain't mistaken.
Tyler Booker.
Let me see. I think it was Tyler Booker that got called for holding. No, I didn't have. I think it was Booker though that reached out and grabbed him just a little bit and turned him when he didn't need to. And Kendrick Law ran for the touchdown. They called him back. So that's why they graded out. So they done real well this week, William. I guess that's how you win ball games is by offensive line blocking well, even though it come down to last minute designed play.
Yeah.
As a design. Mary, they didn't throw it up to a part where the guy was going to be, and there's a perfect pass and a perfect catch. That's design. That ain't no Hail Mary. That ain't luck. That's just execution on 4th and 31. That's forever going to be called Milroe 431 in my book.
Ooh, yeah, that's a wonder, man. That's just I still wonder about that, but. That's even better than the damn 2nd and 26, But,
just about. It's right up there with it. Won the game.
I mean, both of them were for championships, and that we're grateful for. Hey, well, we got the SEC championship, so count for something. When we do beat them motherfuckers, wait a minute. I'm sorry. My bad, people. The SEC championship is coming up Saturday against these idiots. My bad. This is against just a rival game, which we had a bunch of those Saturday. But that's in the past. That like they want to tell us that's all in the past. It is in the past. Okay, it's in the past. Okay. We don't show that to the back. I done farted on it. It's gone. Okay.
Shit.
But anyway, we got this game coming up now. We got about 2 minutes in this quarter. If you got anything else to say about the Auburn game, I mean, it's always tough when we go down. I don't care what it is. It's just tough playing down there.
Yes, sir. And we talked about it before we started up. If everybody missed it one way or the other, the last play, he did step out. I watched the replay, and I saw with my own 2 eyes. He stepped out at the 3.5-yard line. He was out of bounds. That was not a touchdown. But the play previous to that, the offensive lineman that recovered the ball, and they said he got out to the half-yard line. Go back and watch it. His knee was down well before he crossed it. That was a fucking safety. It was a safety right then and there, and the game was over. And then they had to free kick it to us, and that, of course, that's still a ball game. But that was a safety, and it should have been called, and they didn't catch it. Clearly, he was down. And I mean, if I could see it from my computer, I know it's at the end of the game, Mr. William, and all that, but that was a fucking safety. It should have been called. It didn't. And I know, hey, listen, in a close game, one play is all it takes to get your ass beat. And that one play could have been that safety. What if he'd reared up, throw the ball deep, and we fell down and they scored a touchdown? Anything could happen when you're playing in a game like this.
2 words, and I want to get your thoughts on this son of a bitch. Jason fucking Autry. That's 3 words. I'm sorry, Jason. His middle name's fucking and Autry because he wants to fuck us up any chance he gets.
Fuck him. Well, that's about all I can say. That dude, every time he calls our games, we get penalty. I mean, we hear, when me and my friends watch a game, we got a joke. When Alabama has a good play or scores a touchdown, we're like, wait a minute, whoa, wait. And 30 seconds later, there's a flag. We're like, we knew it. So anytime we score now, we're like, wait a minute, hold on, wait for it. Okay, it's a touchdown, And there at the end, whenever he scored that touchdown, we all 3 was up in the air. And I mean, I hit my head on the roof when I jumped. I was up in the air, and I said, wait for it. Wait a minute. I forgot we got to wait for it. And they never did say anything. I said, touchdown. But I mean, that dude, man, I tell you what, anytime he's on there, I just, oh Lord, you just, oh.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way you could strike a guy from calling your games, and I thought there was. I know in high school you can, but I thought you could in college too, Mr. William. I don't guess they can because they definitely would have struck him after the Tennessee game last year. 18 penalties and all that bunch of junk that went on up there at Rocky Flop. So other than that, I'm good with all this. I mean, it's a hard played game, and remind me from now on when we go up there to Voodoo Stadium not to think we're going to blow them out, because whatever chicken bones they got in the ground or whatever spirits they got up there, they're not going to let us run over. I mean, they ain't going to happen. And every year I fall for the same damn thing. I'm thinking 45-15 or something like that, and it takes the last second and throw to the end zone to win the game. But no, I'm good, brother. So whatever you got to go with, let's get it. Let's have some fun.
Well, I do want to say one more thing for that whole damn crew, his crew too, and him. We was talking earlier before we came on. I looked this up because I was thinking seriously, because I WWE wrestling. Y'all know that with my shirts. So yeah, I like to watch that, and I just happened to Google referee and schooling and time. They got one out of the fuck he's from. The SEC headquarters in Birmingham, Alabama. We've talked about that. I'm sure that a school that they can go in this shit. Because evidently these motherfuckers, they need to know. They need to go back to school and learn this. So, anyway.
You'd think they'd all be graded out, and I'm sure they're graded in some shape, form, or fashion by the NCAA. And the better groups get together at the end of the year. They get to call the bowl games, and I'm sure they get the so-called guys, the better guys. And I'm hopeful, that we don't ever have him again. I mean, I really, if there's a wish for Christmas, that's what I want.
That's right. So,
the dude is bad news.
Anyway, yeah, we got a little bit over into the second quarter already, about 3 minutes from what I'm showing. So, his intro says, "Are you satisfied?" I would take that quarter, use this quarter here for "Are you satisfied?" And we talked earlier what we want to talk about here. Are you satisfied? Our very first game, that's unbelievable, right? Well, it's not because who we played. Okay, I'm satisfied with that one. How about you? Did you? Now that was a great game. What was it, 50-something to?
What did you say? You broke up on me. What did you say? What game you referring to?
The very first one against Middle Tennessee State. Yeah, that was beautiful.
That just yes, there's a glorified practice. You just want to make sure nobody gets hurt. So yeah, I was satisfied with them. I thought they done real well against that. Of course, that's what you expect, when you're that much more talented than another team.
Okay, now this one here is what gets me. The second game that we had such a blowout game. First one, it wasn't a complete zero for the team, but it was great. But the second one, I know what my answer to this one is. I'm not satisfied. I wasn't satisfied at all with that one. I mean, it was I don't even know, decent, really, because we went by 13 points or something, 15-2 or 3 or whatever it was.
Yeah, 17-3. I think it was 17-3 was the final. That's a game that Mr. Booker didn't play in. He had back spasms, and our offensive line couldn't block me that game. So that's why I call him the heart and soul of that offensive line. And then they took Dalcourt out and put in Mr. Jaden Roberts, and that offensive line has come alive. It's a total different entity. But, yeah, that game that game and the game after that's the reason why we're still ranked number 8 in the country. You don't struggle against a team that's that much smaller than you and then get beat the following week by a team that I know they're good and all, but we should have beat them at home. And so that's the reason why we're being held back. But against South Florida, we didn't play well at all, William. And I mean, we both know that. We took our quarterback out, and I think that was Coach Saban talking to everybody in the stands to shut up. He knows who his starting quarterback's going to be, and he just said, I think he showed everybody who he thought should be the starting quarterback.
Right. Okay. Now, since we got a whole quarter to go through, let's go ahead with the next one. We went to get Ole Miss. Which the second was at our house, and that's what hurts me about our loss there. That one was 17-3. The Texas loss was 24-34. That was only by 10. Then once again, these goddamn fucking committee assholes, and I wish I'd wrote them down like I said I was going to do. I've got those names, and I'm going to write them down. I'm going to find them, and I'm going to write them. Let everybody know names one by one. 24-34 was what that loss was. The only one we got, 10 points. And they're going to keep all this shit. Okay.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. They I asked a question, I'll ask you because I want to see what you think.
Yeah.
If we, and I know a loss is a loss, and it's a good loss and a bad loss and all this other, but just if it wasn't Texas we lost to some other team, Ole Miss or whatever, held against us as hard as Texas been held against us because we can't pass them up because they head-to-head because they said, they beat you head-to-head definitive, and that's got to count. And it has counted up to this point in time. Everybody knows, watching the two teams, Alabama is now the better team unequivocally. So the head-to-head does count. But when we play Georgia this Saturday, and when we win, then that head-to-head's going to go away because we got the best win in the country. We beat the best team so far to this point in the country, and I'm just telling you, we better get in. I mean, I know I was upset a couple weeks ago about it and all this, but if we beat Georgia, we'll have the best resume win, the best resume of the country. Beating the number one team in the country, would be the SEC champion, a 12-1 team, and we deserve to get in, Mr. William. But yeah, that was a bad loss against Texas. So
yeah,
we just didn't play good at all. We wasn't ready to go yet.
Yeah, and also if you look and see the next game that we had with our third game there with South Florida, 17-3. I believe that was kind of a learning curve for a certain offensive coach there that we got. Don't you think so? To show who needs to be at quarterback.
Yeah, I think that was Saban sending a message to everybody that he knew better than what everybody did. Of course, I've never said he didn't because I'm 0-0. I can't come nowhere near what Coach Saban's done. When you're the greatest of all time, that's the reason why they call you the GOAT. So, yeah, he was teaching everybody a lesson. Again, he's playing chess. Everybody else playing checkers.
I believe that too, sir. And like I said, the next one is the Old Piss game that we had. That one was a win, 24-10. And from there on, for a while, that's what we averaged. Usually, it was a 14-point win. So I may just touch on the teams and stuff, but let's just you got anything special you want to say about the Old Piss game?
That's where our defense started gelling. That second half against Ole Miss, we started gelling. Our defense started making a difference in the game. They really started to come alive. Whatever it was a step here they might have been missing. That's when we started tightening down like a boa constrictor in the second half. And that's when Mr. Steele started earning his paycheck. So that's what I believe. I believe that's when we started gelling as a defensive unit more so than offense at that point in time. But yeah, that's where our defense got a lot better. That's when they made up their mind to kill people.
Yeah, and you could tell that with the next game. Now we had Mississippi State. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
And that was on their field, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, was that Mississippi State?
Yeah, with the cowbells and all that damn racket bullshit shit that they do.
Hell yeah.
And what was that win? It was 40-17. So 17, 27, 37. That was 23-point win. So that's better. So like you said about Saban getting on his ass there, Kevin Steele, he had to have a come to Jesus meeting with the man too, with a second goat. I'm gonna call him the second goat because in my view, that's just my view. Everybody's got an opinion, we know that. He's a second goat. So yeah. Hang on a second. Let me check something out here.
Go right ahead. Hello, Mr. Stephen Hicks. I see you in there, brother. Glad to have you in the room. Roll Tide.
We got a question here on the screen here. A better question: why did UGA take OK off their schedule? Saban didn't switch Texas for another team. That's exactly goddamn right.
Yeah.
What do you think, AT? What do you think about that question right there?
I agree 110%. I don't know why. They say the SEC or the NCAA took them off because of some scheduling conflict, but I'm thinking we scheduled Texas for 2 games, just like you scheduled Oklahoma for 2 games, and we played our 2, and y'all couldn't play y'all's 2. Somebody lying their ass off. I mean, somebody got a dildo in their mouth, and they're too afraid to do. This is what they're going to do. We want to play them. That's what they're going to tell me. A bunch of damn dildos stuck in their damn mouth. I'm telling you, brother. Tell me that it ain't our fault we didn't get to play them. Yes, you got a chance to play. No, we didn't take them off the schedule. Yes, you did, you lying bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's our excuse. The SEC took them off their schedule. That's a goddamn lie. Why are we playing Texas then? If the SEC exactly right. We had to fucking play ours. You could play yours, motherfuckers. I'm glad the MA's up there. Appreciate it there, Spencer, bro. Appreciate you doing it. Goddamn, it's pissed off. How they get by with anything. They're like a spoiled little child over there. Needs that goddamn fucking ass beat every now and then. You don't do that shit.
That's
when
right.
Daddy's got to do shit. The kids shouldn't have to come along and, we get to do what the fuck we want. Not in this damn household, it don't happen. Not in mine. Now,
that's right.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Anybody want to help me out? I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just all turned around bullshit. This new age, whatever you want to call it, this new fucking generation. Fuck the damn new generation, whatever it is, X, Z, Y, P, or whichever one it's called there. I don't know what it's called. So go ahead.
They ain't going to be able to hide next year. They're going to have to play the same kind of schedules we're playing in the SEC. So all your Dolly Madisons are gone there, Mr. Kirby. You ain't going to get no more sweet tarts, no more Pop-Tarts, no more donuts, and no more fucking cupcakes. You might as well forget it. You're going to have to eat shit like the rest of us. Whenever we play teams that can beat us, you're going to have to fire up and do what you got to do instead of playing these north, south, east, west, directional school, Polytech Institute for the Blind Women and the Starving Children School.
I tell you, man, that's sad. fucking playing Brewer or some team like that, West Point or something. Shit. God damn, what the hell? I'm sorry, but I'm from right around that area there from Morgan County. I went to Brewer. If y'all don't know where that's at, it's in Florida, between Priceville and Joppa. If y'all know where that's at, up there towards A-Route. Joppa is west of there. So if y'all know where that is, it's on Highway 67. You got Snack Shack on that road that takes you over to Kateka for junior high, which is where so I mean, go Indians and go Patriots there. But right now we roll Tide with a bunch from AP Brewer High School that are Roll Tide fans. Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm trying to get them
Yes,
to come
sir.
over, but I don't know why they don't want. Maybe they don't like my language now. But oh well, hell, what the hell? Anyway, all right. Anything else? Hell, we done went over on this quarter, and we still got a bunch left to go, man.
There ain't no worries, brother. After Texas, who you got?
Well, we had that. We had the Mississippi State. We already talked about it. It was 17-40. Then we had Texas A&M. If you want to just continue on, we can. It's we got a win against Texas A&M, 26-20, which that ain't a pretty win, but it's a win. Satisfied or not satisfied? What do you think?
It done okay. That's a quality win at the time. And another coach got processed during that game in case everybody didn't recognize that Jimbo was going to get fired after he lost to Alabama. He got processed. So we put another coach on the iron that Saban got fired.
There you go. And I don't know he wasn't on Saban's staff, was he, or was he?
Yeah, he coached with Saban at LSU. He's at LSU with him.
Okay, well I don't count that. I mean, I should, I guess, but anyway, the next one we're gonna try to rush through these here because I want to get to our other ones. If that's a real good one we're coming to after that. But Arkansas was next, 24-21. That's a win for us.
Yes, sir. That was an outlier. That's the only game I think we played worse in the second half than we did the first half. The second half, we couldn't do much of anything against Arkansas. They whatever they done the second half, I guess we got what Coach Saban called relief. We got the relief symptom and the relief syndrome going on because we had a big lead and we let up.
Right. And then after that, I think somebody's going to like this one over in the Spencer household.
Uh-oh. You don't tell me Rocky Flop.
Yeah, Rocky Flop came to our house.
That's
and it was 34-20 back in our damn 14-point. Yeah. Back in our
there you go.
Lead.
Now you're talking, big man. Now you're talking. I tell you right now, it's a lot of fun.
I got slammed, but
yeah, that's Miss Cajun got a hold. Miss Cajun got your.
What am I going to do, Cajun. Man? What am I going to
do? You better apologize to the lady, man. Don't make a woman mad because I'm telling you now, she can tear the internet up.
I've seen that.
I guarantee you. Yeah, that's that really is where we showed the second half when we shut them completely down. The second half, that's when our defense really showed what they did it against Ole Miss, and they continue to do it, and they continue to do it except for Arkansas game against Tennessee. We showed up second half and shut them down. All due respect to you, Miss Cajun, when the second half was all Alabama. Otherwise, it was going to be a hell of a ball game.
That's what I needed to say too. If she's listening, all due respect, but I can't go big orange. That old shitty color orange, man. Shit. Damn. Okay.
You better watch. I'll be on here on a monologue if you ain't careful.
I hear you. Next one is LS Who.
Oh, well, yeah,
that was
baby.
A win. 42-28.
That was my favorite. Go ahead.
Are you satisfied? Are you not satisfied with that one?
We beat a quality team. And we beat them. We should have beat them more than we did. I'm happy with it. I'm not completely satisfied, but I'm happy with it because the second half, once again, we shut them down like our defense started doing. We started shutting them down. But what made me so happy was I'm going to say it English style. T. Bob Herbert ran his mouth on his show talking about Alabama. And we stomped the living flip flyer out of him. And I'm just, fuck you, T. Bob Herbert.
Yeah, do that again.
Sorry about that other name. Your name is spelled Herbert, and it ought to be pronounced Herbert. You ain't a branch. You ain't no bear or whatever you think you are. You're Herbert, motherfucker. You're supposed to keep my little white ass and right in a brown round center, motherfucker. So
tell us how you really feel, man.
I don't like the son of a bitch. Not one damn bit. I'm telling you now. Okay. I just soon shoot him in the ass with a damn 30-30.
Okay. Next game was an away game. That was Kentucky, 49-21. That's more than any 14 there if I counted right back when I went to school. A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Satisfied or not? Are you
Yeah,
satisfied?
I was happy with it. Again, I wasn't satisfied. You can always do better, and by letting them score as many points, let that one running back break a long run off on us, and But other than that, yeah, I would be. But I'm not completely satisfied with it because again, we gave up just too many points to an average Kentucky team.
Right. Yeah, what about this old Pollock dude there running his damn Dick Licker shit again?
Oh, we're going to take care of him this coming Saturday. I mean, after Saturday, he's going to have to acknowledge that Saban's the best, and then he's going to sit off on the sideline with the rest of the team and cry because they're out of the playoffs and know why he did it because the GOAT got him.
Okay. Well, that was a great win at an away game. Next one, we go to home to Chattanooga. Now, if I remember correctly, the first game, yes. Cupcake, yes. Okay, Middle Tennessee. Chattanooga, yes. Cupcake. The rest of them that we seen is all SEC. Yes. Chattanooga was just a warm-up for our next game that's coming. I mean, as far as Chattanooga score, 66-10, I'm going to say right now for me, I'm satisfied. It could be better. It could be better. But as far as are you satisfied? Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm satisfied. I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just going to see if you had anything here to say. That's all. About that one.
Satisfied. Coach Saban don't like running the score up against anybody, but he got the look and he understands he's got to get some of that what do you call it, style points, because they're not wanting to move us up past 8th place. So he realized he had to have some style points. He don't like doing it, but he went ahead and ran the score up on them a little bit. You see what Jeff Stapleton said? Jeff Stapleton said, Pollock, somebody said he was a switch hitter.
Probably so. I wouldn't doubt it. You better watch him. You better watch that boy.
He's a little cute boy, ain't he? He one of them very cute boys.
And then the last game that we played, we know what it was. It was 27-24. Down in the damn fucking hoodoo land. That was 27-24. It's still a win. Are you satisfied?
No.
Are you?
But again, you play down there at Auburn. And again, like I always say, I fall for it every year. I think when we go down there, we're going to stomp them 55-10, and maybe we shoulda, woulda, coulda, and didn't. We had 3 touchdowns called back. That's our fault. We shouldn't have done what we did, or we shouldn't have left it open for discussion. And you get some calls, you get some, and then you don't get some, and that's football. You ain't gonna get every call, and I expect that. But we scored that second touchdown real quick. We made it 14-0. And he did. He reached up there and turned him. But it wasn't – I mean, it was holding. It was a correct call, but they didn't have to call it because that guy wasn't going to make no difference in the play anyway because Kendrick Law was gone. But they threw the flag. We went from 14-0 to 7-7 real quick like. And that's part of the reason why I'm not satisfied with the team, because we started shooting ourselves in the foot and not playing well. But in the end, we showed the heart of a champion. We didn't quit. We faced adversity at home. It was very hostile. Auburn's a very hostile environment for us more than anything in the country. They hate us almost as much as we hate them, Mr. William. But you get out of there with a win like that, knowing how that referee, I ain't going to say his name again, but you get out of there with him and you get out there with a win, you got to be happy with it. But am I satisfied? No, because it took us to the wire to win a game. We should have blew them out, but we didn't. But I'm glad for the win. I'm happy with the win, but no, I'm not satisfied.
Right. And I feel the same way. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't want to bring up old things, but I'm not going to do it. So I just put it that way. But I made a couple of people mad in the chat Saturday night, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I just say I wasn't satisfied with you. Now, I'm glad there's a W. I am tickled pink to have that W.
Man, yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty, but you know where we was at. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So anyway, then we got this game coming up, which we won't mention right now because it's not ready to yet. But then we're going to say, if you are not hungry, remember that part? Whoever it was, I was trying to get the name of that guy whose voice was doing that. I can't for the life of me know who it was, but I think I've heard it before. But if you are not hungry, do you feel with the prior question that was asked? Are you?
Yeah.
Hey, the bald-headed bastard.
This is a pop in, pop out tonight, huh? How do you feel about this
bald-headed buddy?
How do you feel about this team going forward? Are they hungry or are they not?
They damn sure better well be, because we're fixing to play the best team. It's on our schedule for the entire year. This definitely Georgia's the best team we'll play all year long. And it don't matter who we play. They're going to be the best team we play all year, and it don't matter who they play. We're going to be the best team they play, and we all know it. When we win, we should be in the championship Final Four. And Georgia somehow gets by with a miracle, and we're going to win the national championship. One of the two is going to do it, and I think it's going to be our team. We're a little bit more hungry, I think, and they are, simply because they've done it 2 times in a row, back to back. They played good ball this year, and I know Brock Bowers what he is, and I know Lad Madunky and all them guys. I know how good they are and stuff like that. So, but we ain't unleashed the beast yet on anybody yet, Mr. William.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. I think that we haven't played to our utmost untapped potential. I'll just say, as that commercial said, untapped potential. Yes, I know we played hard Saturday. I know that for a fact. From this old boy's eyes of what I could see, who we had on there. But I don't think we played our best years yet. I think we still got some out there that are hungry. Yeah. And don't forget who is their strength and conditioning coach over there. Remember, they've been having some damn injuries this year. But who is their strength and conditioning coach?
Is he still a strength conditioning coach? I didn't know. Yeah, Mr. Scott Cochran. He's a good cheerleader.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. You got that all confused. But before you say another word, no. Okay. Who said, when you say it's satisfied if you're not hungry, it was Scott Cochran when he was our strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, Scott Cochran said that. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know the voice.
Yes. Remember when he broke the damn second place trophy in the weight room? He did that. Now, he is a coach as a special teams coach now. So there you go. Y'all go ahead now.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate that a whole lot. Yeah, the guy I was referring to, when we unleashed the beast, we ain't used his full potential this year. Is actually more than one of them, but the main one I'm thinking about, that could be like Jamison Williams, could be like Devontae Smith, could be like Michie, is Mr. Malik Benson. He's the fastest guy on the team, straight line speed, I understand. But Malik Benson could take the top off their defense, William, just like Jamison Williams was last year or year before when he got hurt. And right before he got hurt, he was starting to unleash and he was starting to pull apart, and we were starting to tear Georgia up. And, of course, that's part of the game, next guy up. But we lost not one but two. We lost Waddle and we lost 10, or Michie, and I think his weak man might have been Waddle. I can't remember Waddle or Michie. We lost Michie and him, our two best wide receivers. That's part of the game. We got beat, but again, we have not unleashed Malik Benson, and when we get him over the top and get him going deep, and we're gonna have a mismatch all over the field between him and number 3 wide receiver. I can't remember his name now. Everybody knows his name right
shit! I know who you're talking about. Damn.
Anyway, we got him. Burton, James Mr. Burton. We got him in there, and then the guy that we really need to use, like Auburn. God, please forgive me for calling you that. Georgia uses Bowers is how we need to use Black. We need to see the plays that's set up for Bowers because Black isn't as big, but he's faster and he's the same kind of mismatch in that he should be a big wide receiver. Instead, we got him playing tight end. He's got the speed to be a wide receiver, and if we put him out there and run him like they do Bowers, he's going to be just as unstoppable. I promise you. The kid is amazing. We just ain't used him. To this point in time, we hadn't used him yet, so now would be a good time to unleash the beast is what I call him.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I mean, you don't think we should maybe hold them for the national championship? Because I'm pretty sure I don't know that. Believe me, I don't know. I don't know if Alabama, when we beat, and let's just put it that way, when we beat, and coming up Saturday, we are going to be the SEC division champions. That's going to be a given. We are the SEC champion.
Yep.
And the committee usually goes and looks at that. Who is the champions of whatever's in there at the time? Whoever the champion is of that, usually at the time, that's the way it used to be. That's the way it used to be. But these fuck kids, you told me there's 13 of these fuckers on the goddamn committee shit that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Because the last year and the year before that was debacles. We all know that. The whole goddamn nation, college nation knows that. Okay? They know that. So, my view, I'm not even counting them two that they claim that they got recently. I don't claim the fuckers. Because you didn't play no goddamn body. Straight up. What the hell?
I hear you, big boy. Yeah, playoff committee, they definitely got their own agenda this year. I mean, if they could, they'd get Washington, Oregon, I think both in there. They're in love with the Pac-12 or Pac-10, whatever it's called. The Pac will be gone after this year anyway, but they're in love with that conference.
Right. So, that's probably enough. We need to. We ain't even on this other damn topic yet. We need to check yourselves. If you're not hungry, if you're satisfied with things if you're not hungry, you need to check yourself. Now, this is my question to you on this little phrase here. Do you see anyone that on them other two topics that we had, do you see anyone that needs to check themselves on the team? I'm not talking about that team to the right, Alabama. I'm talking about our team that needs to maybe check themselves. Offhand.
That's a good question. I hadn't really thought much about if there's anyone in particular that's not seemed to be playing as good as they can. I don't think there's any bad attitudes on the team this year like it was last year. You get the bad attitudes out through the transfer portal and you let them get gone. And I mean, I can't think of any right now that seems to be a prima donna or not getting their way and throwing their hands up, being a baby or anything to that effect. I think they're all hungry because of the past 2 years they've heard Georgia, and like me and you and everyone else in this chat room right now, we're tired of hearing about it.
Right. And if I remember correctly, when we went over them, we had very few that we were not satisfied with. We had, I don't know what I think maybe I had 2 or 3. I didn't keep a scoreboard, so I'm on this shit. Y'all know that. But I didn't keep a scoreboard, but we had more satisfieds than not satisfied. Okay.
Yes, sir. We did. We got better as the year went on. That's the thing I'm satisfied with. We didn't stay stagnant. We didn't get worse. We got better, and everybody in the country says the same thing, man, that I'm saying now. Alabama is one of the best teams in the country. Nobody wants to play them. Everybody's going to be scared of them. And now, Georgia, you can't duck and hide us like you did Oklahoma. You're going to be playing us this coming Saturday. And win, lose, draw, you're going to get we're going to see how you respond to being punched, because we ain't going to stop. We're going to keep kicking and punching and scratching and biting and whatever we got to do, Mr. William. But, yeah, I agree with you. Except for Texas and South Florida, rest of the games were pretty good.
All right. We was one word I'm going to give you, and you in the chat if y'all agree or disagree with him. One word we were this year, and that's consistency. When we needed to, with heart, excuse me, I'm trying to belch because I'm on this shit. But, yeah, we was consistent. Sure, the last game we had, not satisfied. That was one of them. And I think you said that too. But, yes, the rest of the team, where we needed to, Chattanooga, where we needed to, the first game, satisfied, completely satisfied. So, but anyway, you got anything else on check yourself? I think you're right. These boys is hungry. They haven't seen a playoff in a while. It's been a while since we had, 20? We've played and won a natty. I think in 21. I don't know. Do you recall? I'm on this shit, but do you recall where we got in the playoffs and we didn't make it there?
Yeah, we got in the playoffs again. We beat Georgia in the SEC championship game, and we played them we beat them in the SEC championship game, got in the playoffs, and then played them for the championship game that year. And like I said, that's when we lost our 2 wide receivers, and we got beat by Georgia for the national championship. That's I think that's last time. That's 21. We missed 22, and this is 23. So we missed the playoffs one time, I think.
And by the way, it's out there listening, even in the background or whatever, and in the background, you might not be answering in the chat right now, but you probably there. This is what I want to tell you about that particular game up in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium. That wasn't at the Bryant-Denny East Stadium, the Mercedes-Benz in Hotlanta, BAMA, East. That was away. A championship. So, whoop-de-fucking-do on a goddamn fucking turf that was on a recall that should have been already done before we got there, and injured 2 of our goddamn best players, 2. Okay? Which if we had them through the whole fucking goddamn game, it wouldn't have damn happened. So put that in your goddamn pipe and smoke the motherfucker. Go ahead.
I agree with you. I agree with you 110%. You know, I just talking about this SEC championship game. Let's go back when that game was in Birmingham for just a minute, just to talk about a point I want to bring up. Everybody in the SEC cried, moaned, groaned, bitched, and absolutely threw a hissy fit. That's in Alabama. That's that's the home field advantage. They got the home field. And of course, that's Steve Spurrier. That's the biggest crybaby is all of it. Everybody wanted the game changed out of Birmingham. They wanted it somewhere else because of Alabama. Okay, well, listen. Mercedes-Benz ain't, 40 miles from Georgia's hometown. Why is nobody saying anything about why is it not, it's Georgia. I mean, why is, here's my question, simply this. Have 2 spots every year. Have the LSU Superdome or the Mercedes-Benz. If Georgia's in it, play it at the Superdome. If LSU's in it, play it up there at Mercedes-Benz. If they're both in it, throw a quarter up there.
There's that interesting question there. Do you see that question there that's been put up right now? You want to explain that, or you want me to explain it?
Talk about how you check yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You go ahead. I think you got the passion for it, big man.
You check yourself by looking at what me as an individual did during the game. What I was supposed to do to be for my mates to win. That's checking yourself. It ain't checking did this and that fucked us up, or whoever Downs didn't do this right, or whoever it's me that's in trouble. I did it. I did something. Personal accountability is what I'm trying to say. That's checking yourself. So anyway, you got any last words? We're coming up real quick. So do you have any last words for Saturday?
Yeah. For Saturday, I do. I'd like to see and I mean, I'm not no defensive coordinator, so take it with a grain of salt. But as far as limiting Brock Bowers in that offense, I would love to see us bracket Bowers the entire game. I mean, have a guy on the inside, a guy on the outside where he can't do what he wants to do, and the whole game have it like that. And then tell Kool-Aid, wherever Lad Madonkey goes, you go with him, and we want you Meg, man, everywhere he goes, M-E-G, Meg. So I like to see Kool-Aid go man-to-man with Lad Madonkey, is what I call him, and McConkey or whatever his name is, Madonkey. I like to see him double, just stay with him, man-on-man the entire game. And I'd like to see him move for this game. And again, I ain't no defensive coordinator, so it ain't worth a piss of hill. I understand that, but I'd like to see him put Jaheim Otis at the center and run a 3-4 some. And then that way Jaheim could take that center and just shove him clean back in the pocket and get back off his game and let him sit back in that damn pocket, not even get a dirty jersey, push him back, make him run out of the pocket, get him off rhythm, get him a little tired of having to run away from him. But I think Jaheim Otis could shove that center back in his pocket every damn play when they throw the ball. And I think that's one of the better ways to stop, their passing game. And again, always ways around it, but that's just what I've been thinking about. Jaheim Otis is my favorite player on defense. The young man's a hell of a ball player, Mr. William, and I think that's just me. That's just my 2 cents. Malik Benson, take a top off of defense, use Nye Black like they use Bowers, bracket Bowers the entire game. Whatever you got to do, bracket him the entire game. Go single up with Kool-Aid on McConkey the entire game, and put Jaheim Otis at nose guard and let him just shove the center in the backfield every time. They're going to have to start doubling him. When they double him, then it's going to open up another man to blitz, and we're going to tear their ass a new hole in the ground. But, yeah, I'm done. Whatever last word you got here, brother, I'm happy. I've had a good time tonight with this. We've had a lot of fun.
Right.
Whatever words you got left.
All righty. I'm checking on something right now, and we should know something here in a minute. So if any of the two that's behind the scenes, if they've got some last words, you're welcome to come on now. So, and I just got confirmation, no, but let's just get our last words and get a few other things that out of the way, and then we'll have the man come in there. But my last words is exactly what you said. We need to pressure that guy down. Our defenses need to cover and who they need to cover. Like we said, 11 at a time as our 11 at a time. You do what you do, and we can have a W. We can come out here a winner, as he said. I ain't never been nothing but a winner, and you can be a winner. So, but yeah, we got going on here at BAMA Down Sports. We're by leaps and bounds. I don't know the Icebox, and I know that he's wanting to do some things. So I know that we've got one more time. I think he's going to cover the the game for Saturday. I don't know if he's still going to have a pick'em for. I think he is because he's going to get people. You that remember? We got money on the line. Money
There you
on
go.
the line.
Now you're remembering.
Yeah, I mean I'm old as shit, but and I'm old too, so there that is. So. But anyway, yeah, money on $200 for you to win $200. Put up by one of us, yours truly, and if the other guy wants to see something, he can. If not, that's okay. But you got a chance to win $200 Saturday. Whoever gets the closest. I'm still up. I don't know. I don't remember what we talked about, but I don't know if we're going over or not. I don't remember how. Do you remember that, or do you?
No, sir. I just know it's going to be on Icebox's channel, over on his show.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Bam Dam. It might be Bam Dam Sports, but you know where to find him, guys. You can go under Bam Dam Sports and scroll down to a black and white picture. You'll see Icebox turned to the side wearing a Batman shirt, and it'll come on live I think it's Saturday, or is he going to do it Friday?
I think he's probably going. I think he's going to stay with Saturday, probably at 9:30 Central, like he does the regular pick'ems.
All right.
So that's assuming. So until I see something different, I'm going to assume that 9:30 Central. Tune in like you're going to a regular pick'em show, and he'll probably have something going on then, because I don't think these other conferences championships shit is going on any earlier. I don't see. So, which is usually 11 Central when they start their game and stuff. So, I think
the only rule that they got, you got to be there. You got to put your score in in the chat room while we're still showing live. You can't do it after.
Right.
I don't think there's any other way we can make it, more fair than that. Of course, Icebox will go over this with you, but everybody is encouraged to play. It's $200, I think you said, and it's free money. It's not a gambling money. We're not backing anything up or anything like that. It's just a big gift. So you're not gambling. You're just trying to win without losing anything. So it's not gambling and it's not anything illegal. So anybody wants to play can play. Even them fans to the east or fans to the west or north or south, anybody, y'all can play. Come on in, let's make it fun. Let's get a couple hundred people in that game, and let's see. Let's blow it up, make this channel grow. You got to like and subscribe, guys, and share the channel with all you can. If you don't mind, we'd appreciate it, getting word out to more people. We have a lot of fun with y'all, and Mr. William, I've had a ton of fun with you, and I know I've rattled on a lot, and I apologize, sir, but you got the last word, and let them have it, brother. Let them have it.
All righty. Yeah, I'm with you. Hell, you said that a whole lot better than I could have said, man. Because I'm on this shit. I'm on it. So, but anyway, yeah, we got that. We got Pick'em Show. I don't know if he's going to do something right after to say that, but we'll find that out. Tune in Saturday, and that's how you'll find out. 9:30 Central, Saturday morning. And anyway, after that, then he'll go through this, I'm pretty sure, but Barbershop Talk is going to be on Sundays at noon. That's where they go. If it's different, then somebody will help me out. But noon Central for Barbershop with Van Edwards and Icebox and whatever guests come in there. And then we've got the regular Bam Down Sports channel that comes on Tuesdays, 7 Central Time. So y'all tune in for that. Let's grow this thing. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your dog, and get have that button and just, hang that right there where you pop. And what, so I don't know if it'll count on side or not.
Tap that out.
Yeah, that app. We like getting that app tap there. Yeah. Show do.
Ooh.
My friend Spencer, if you want to bring the Great Bear on, get out of here. Take us out of here.
You've got to be better in all three areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'll be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those 3 areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here as national champion.